Hello everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review, and this time we have Marrok from Maul, Shadow Lord, or Ahsoka, because it's the same character, he's just a little cleaner looking. But this is, even if they come out with a Ahsoka version, I'm just gonna skip it because I think he looks just as good, you know, without all the like patina all over him. But let's get into this because we get a fantastic figure here. And let's look at his card back, where we do have Marrok, however you want to say it, in his animated appearance, which is pretty sweet. Got him on the back here. Looking good. Yeah, let's get into it, because let's say there's, maybe one minor issue I have with this figure. But let's go over all the good stuff first, because, I love that they did, like, this little, little metallic-y effect along the edge of his armor. They could have easily have skipped that, and nobody would have batted an eyelash. But he is looking awesome. He's got his double-bladed lightsaber here. And they are doing a different packaging style for these. Actually, I'll bring the card back real quick. You can see it bumps up here. They're adding a little extra bubble to accommodate the length of the Inquisitor sabers. Because when it came to the Grand Inquisitor here and Reva, they were like wedged in sideways, like going across the character, and they like went into like the little kind of like bit of the bubble that like bumped out on the bottom, so you can like stand them up on a shelf and stuff like that. So they're actually adding a little bit extra to put these in there, keep them nice and straight, which is awesome. Instead of like making these smaller to compensate for the bubble. But yeah, let's get into Marrok. Doesn't have too much head articulation, which is a little bit of a shame, but, what's he doing? He's just looking this way and that way. Armor looks fantastic. He's got, like, the cloth is in, like, a great, like, matte plastic, so really, like, you can really see that contrast between, like, the shiny metallic of the armor and then his saber falling off his back, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah, he's got just great articulation all around. Nice, deep cuts for the elbows. He's got up and down for both hands, which is great for saber wielders, so that's awesome. And he's got these, like, knight boots here. And not hindered at all by this, like, fancy foot design here. They did a good job keeping this, like, on the foot itself, because I feel like if it was built into the bottom of, like, the shin armor, it would have gotten in the way of the foot articulation a bit. Yeah, and he's got his waist articulation here, torso, and you can see the hole there. You can see that. So, my one issue with this is his cape looks good and everything for the most part. Could have done without the little, like, kind of corners up here, but I feel like it's meant to be kind of like folded over onto itself so that you can't see those. But yeah, my one issue is when it comes to, like, the Grand Inquisitor, he had a piece that went over his cape so that it didn't get in the way of the saber being plugged in. So that's fine there. We got Reva, she's got it on her hip. The 11th brother has it on his hip as well. Marrok has it, Marrok, however you want to say it, Marrok. His, like, cape bunches up a bit in the back, like, it's the way it's sewn, it, like, kind of sits like that at first, and then you can pull it down, like, around his neck, and so there is, like, a little slack here to kind of, like, pull down and then, like, get the saber plugged in there. Little hole on his back. But it's very, now you can see the cape is kind of like off to the side, and then you go to adjust it, and it's probably going to pop the saber off. And then you got to be careful for his shoulder armor too, because you don't want to pull that back and rip the rubber that it's made. Oh, there you go. Did you see the saber go flying? So, it's my one little gripe with just his saber on the back. Just not super easy to get there, but aside from that, like once it's on there and you get his cape in good position, it'll be fine. But I feel like there should have been like maybe, I don't know, this could have been like curved a little more so that it sits on his back without having to be like stitched and bunching up like that. Like, haven't quite seen a cape like that before, Yeah, I think overall he's a great figure. I'm excited to get the 11th brother. He was not in the store. He was lucked out at Walmart finding this wave, but the 11th brother, I'm assuming it was 2 per case for him. I think it was 2 per case for all of them. They had the 2 AT-AT drivers. They had 1 Marrok left, and then the 11th brothers were Gonzo. So need to try and track him down. So hopefully the other stores get him in, and I'll look out and find one. But it's nice to see that they're selling good at least. I mean, either one person bought both of them, or 2 separate people bought both of them, and one of the Marrocks that was there. So it's nice to see that the collectors are still out there looking for stuff, and hopefully we can get some more Inquisitors. I'd love a Trilla. That'd be awesome. Nice second sister action. And if we do get her, it'd be awesome to get like the swappable head, because the Black Series one came out before like she had like her face reveal. Not that it was like a secret. We didn't even know what the character looked like because she was a new character. But yeah, it'd be awesome to get her. There's like the 9th sister, who's like the big beefy one from the Fallen Order game. She'd be cool. And then there's, what is it, the 5th sister, I think, is the one that was also in Kenobi. And is it the 5th sister? Because I know it's the 5th brother. I don't know. Or 7th sister. I think it's the 7th sister. I don't know. Sisters, brothers, bring them all on, Hasbro. We'll take all the Inquisitors we can get, especially if they're going to be looking as good as this. So yeah, can't wait to get the 11th brother and then do some cool dark side spooky pictures. Why not? But I think that's going to about do it for this one for today. You picking up Marrok here? Marrok, however you want to say it. It's Star Wars. You can pronounce things however you want. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Go follow me over on Instagram. I'm JohnRunner88 over there as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.